on it, and the like very conservative data points, like 20% of the population is magnesium kidney standpoint, right? And people are told, don't like super great plant-based diet. They get confused about like using nuts and seeds. And guess what? On a plant-based diet.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Kidney Coach YouTube channel. I am naturopath Fiona Chin, and I am joined again today by the amazing Jessianna Saville. Jessianna is the principal of Kidney Nutritional Institute in the US there, which is a group of renal dietitians, mindset coaches, and more that really specializing in digging into how to improve dietary interventions in improving kidney function and reducing chronic kidney disease. Jess is an amazing wealth of knowledge. She speaks to many doctors and nephrologists around the country over there. And she's just amazing. She's been on our channel so many times, and there's a reason for that. That's because Jess is an expert at what she does. So Jess, thank you again for joining me. I'm always grateful to have you on board and for you to share your knowledge with us.
So here's a couple of things that I see happening is that, number one, a lot of people are magnesium deficient. I was trying to find the data point on it, and the like very conservative data points, like 20% of the population is magnesium deficient. I was like, no, it's way higher than that. But I can't find the data point. But a magnesium deficiency is very, very common for people to have. And so you think about this from like a kidney standpoint, right? And people are told, don't like, A, don't take any magnesium. And B, like, let's restrict your diet a whole bunch. Some people that are, on a like super great plant-based diet, they get confused about like using nuts and seeds. And guess what? On a plant-based diet, you actually don't have tons of magnesium sources, like rich ones, outside of your nuts and seeds. So they've got a deficiency there, right? Or if you're using just a regular diet for magnesium, even then we find that like people just still don't get enough of the recommended amount. So people already are low, and then we have like soil quality and all these other things that link back to it. People are already low in magnesium with kidney disease, and then they hear, oh, and by the way, also like don't eat any foods that are high in potassium. So when their diet previously had some potassium rich sources, and the typical Western diet is already poor in potassium, it already like just doesn't hardly have any. So people cut out like the little bit of potassium that they might have in their diet, their banana that they have sometimes, their potatoes, their sweet potatoes, or tomatoes, and now they don't have any potassium either. So not only do they not have enough magnesium, they don't have enough potassium, and it's really hard for our vascular system to respond well when it doesn't have either of those, right? You can't get potassium into the cell, and you don't have enough anyways. And so you're just like, you're stuck, right? And your blood pressure, you would have a really hard time with your blood vessels being able to dilate properly without either of those two nutrients. And you've kind of like purposely put these restrictions on yourself because you thought you were doing something good.
Yeah, and the biggest depleter of magnesium is stress. And I mean, you're diagnosed with chronic kidney disease and all those sort of things. And we know that a big stressful event can precede elevated blood pressure. We know stress makes blood pressure worse. And that's one of the reasons why, is because it depletes magnesium. And as you mentioned, our soils are depleted. We're not getting enough in our foods, just the farming practices and the way that, because magnesium is really high in a lot of our whole grains and nuts and seeds and things like that. And the way that it's processed, magnesium is really easily destroyed. So, you're working against stress there as well. So no wonder that's why we're so magnesium deficient. It's, yeah. And it's a vasodilator, as you mentioned, so it relaxes blood vessels. So we need it to bring down blood pressure. If you want to know more about what Jess and her team do, I'll put the link in below. You can find them at kni.org. Yeah, that's right. Kidney Nutritional
kidneynutritioninstitute.org. Yeah.
I always shorten it on you. They've got an amazing team of renal dietitians. They work with anyone in the US and also all over the world because of the amazing invention of things like Zoom. So I'll put Jess's details in there if you want to work with a really qualified practitioner who I highly trust, that is educated in the nuances of things like this and the new science. If you want to know more about what we do, you can head to www.kidneycoach.com. You'll find us on Instagram and on Facebook with the same sort of thing. And make sure you hit subscribe and like it. That way you'll get notified anytime we put up new videos. And if there's anything you want Jess and I to talk about, put it in the comments below and we'll make sure to do a video about it next time. Thanks for being part of our community. And Jess, thanks for your time, your knowledge, and your expertise.
Thank you, Fiona.
No worries. Bye.